Hey guys, it is Brooke from Grieving Mommy. So before I even start this video, I just want to say a humongous thank you to everyone who, watched my video and sent me such kind words and messages on my return to YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. You have no idea what a big difference it makes to know that I am helping even one person with these videos. So again, thank you guys so much.
Can I give you a hug?
One of the biggest comments that I got after my last video was people wanting to see the tiny house. So I figured today I would do a little tiny house tour and kind of show you guys around, let you see my new place. So I'm gonna get into that in just a second. I had to do it on my phone, so the quality might not be as great, so sorry about that. But yeah, you'll get to see kind of where I'm living. If you didn't see the last video, then welcome if you're new here. I am kind of documenting my new life and experiences here after losing a ton of people in my life. I've lost my dad, my stepmom, my mom, my sister-in-law, my sister, and most importantly, my 10-year-old daughter, Libby, died in a car accident. So yeah, I just sort of chronicle what life is like, and I'm going through that empty nest thing right now, trying to redefine who I am, reset my life, and the tiny house was a part of that. I was super upset that I had to sell my old house, but it was a 5-bedroom house with just me living there, and it was just too much and too expensive. So yeah, I kind of researched tiny houses. I watched a ton of Tiny House Nation shows. I've been watching shows like that for years and years and years. But then I just started researching, and it just so happened that I have a tiny house community that is very, very close to where I was living. So yeah, I will take you through and kind of show you what I was looking for, and hopefully you'll like it. By the way, this is real coffee. I've seen this thing going around where like people are accusing YouTubers of just holding coffee cups to seem authentic, but there's nothing actually in them. So there's actually coffee in there, but if you are a serious coffee drinker, you're gonna laugh at my coffee because you can see it's like white. Mine's actually a mix. I make the same thing every single day. So it is a mix of coffee and Premier Protein chocolate shake, a little bit of chocolate Fairlife milk, and peppermint extract, and a tiny little bit of sugar-free whipped cream, and I mix it all together and I kind of nurse it throughout the day. And I don't know why, it is sort of like it's like a crutch when you're doing these videos to be holding on to something. I don't know why, but yeah, it is real coffee. So all right, so here she is, my tiny house. I named her the Quiet Quill because all of the houses in the neighborhood have names. So I figured that was good for an introverted writer. So you can see my deck. My brother and his fiance helped me put that together. It's just a portable deck. You can level it. We got my nice little seating area there with the fire pit. And this area right here is actually going to be stained the same color as the deck, so that will match, but it's pressure treated, so I couldn't. This is underneath the gooseneck. I had this storage area built, which I highly, highly recommend if you ever think about going tiny, doing the gooseneck so you can have this extra storage. That is a huge help in there, and that can be filled up with a lot more stuff than I've got in it right now. So we're gonna head back over here again, so that will match. It kind of bugs me now, but I had to wait to paint it, or to stain it, but you can see kind of my front yard view here. That's a pond right there where all those white sticks are. But it is really low right now because we've had rain, but it hasn't seemed to fill the pond up too much because they're just kind of short little storms. So if we head inside, the first thing you'll see is the bathroom here. The bathroom is definitely small, but I find it's still workable for me. I've got my washer and dryer in there. It's a combo washer and dryer. And then I got my mirror, my sink, storage underneath, and the bathroom, the toilet there is probably the funniest part of the whole tiny house, but it's actually not. I thought I'd be really cramped in there, but it's not that bad. And the shower is just a normal stand-up shower, nice water pressure. It's a nice tile. I really like that there. So yeah, that's the shower. And if we flip back around, you'll see the front door. So when you come in the front door, if you turn to the right, you will see the steps, and where those little black handles are, they open up, and there's more storage under there, which is nice. And you take a few steps up to the bedroom. So that mural in the back, I just ordered. It was a white wall, and I put that mural up because I thought it was pretty. I wanted kind of an old-fashioned vintage vibe. I've got my pictures of the kiddos on the wall. You can see Lib's there on the bottom. So I have kind of a routine now where I kiss her goodnight and good morning every day. And if you flip around, my biggest thing for why I picked this tiny house layout was I wanted a full-size bedroom that I could stand up in and raise my hands and get dressed, and I didn't have to hunch over, and I didn't have to go up and down a ladder. So this is just another area here for my stuff with Libs. That sign in the back, home is wherever I'm with you. She got that for me. I love it. And I miss her. On the right-hand side of that, if you saw that black curtain hanging down, that was my closet behind there. And there's actually a ton of storage in there as well. So heading back down the steps, you can kind of see the length of it here. We're going to be coming into the kitchen, which is my favorite spot in the tiny house because I love to cook. So I wanted to make sure that I had a, large kitchen. Well, large for me, large for a tiny house. But you can see there I had the beams and the countertop stained, the dark wood, because I kind of like that dark rustic wood look. And yeah, all my spices and everything I use to cook there. And then that, up at the top, those two shelves, they have my pewter and pottery that I collect in there. I got those from my dad, so it's my way of remembering him. And there, again, I kind of have like an old-fashioned, if I could live in like an old colonial house, that would be my vibe. So we'll pan back around here to see the main living area. You can see nice big windows. Got my fireplace with my TV. And yeah, my nice little sofa. There's enough places. You can see I've got the two chairs, the bar stools for people to sit. I usually cozy up on the sofa with a big blanket over me and kind of spin around so you can see my view here. And I think I sit down so you can see what I see when I'm sitting on the sofa, which is where I am most of the time. So yeah, there she is. This is the tiny house. Again, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask, but I've been loving it so far. It's super cozy. So that was it. That was my house. I hope you enjoyed your look around. If you have any specific questions about tiny houses or what it's like living here, please feel free to comment below. I will be glad to answer them for you. Yeah, and you guys asked a bunch of great questions after my last video. I'm actually going to link that video here. If you haven't seen it and you want to go watch it, you can. But I'm going to be trying to get to the questions and topics that people suggested. Thank you again so much. And again, anytime you can comment in this video if there's anything specific you want to see about, grief or my grief journey or anything about my life in particular, what I'm doing to kind of, do the midlife reset. I am happy to answer those for you, and I love your feedback. So keep it coming. All right, that is all for today. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.